Hey, welcome to Splus Gaming. I'm your host, Stu, and I figured, hey, I would do a not Thursday. Need to stream some more, get some more attention, that kind of stuff, yada yada. But originally, I thought maybe I was going to stream some Black Desert Online. However, I recently acquired this game As Far as the Eye, which to me just initially kind of seemed like it was just a Civ game. 4X, explore, exploit, exterminate, and some other X, I don't know. But resource allocation, building some stuff. One of the things I have immediately fallen in love with is the art style to this. It's very watercolory, and it's got some. I guess the best thing I could say would be some creative creature assets, and hey, I figured I would give it a shot here, and just kind of give it a shot. Look at how the campaign plays out. The campaign is basically a tutorial, if you will, that just kind of walks you through the stuff. I did start playing it. It looks like there's about 5 chapters for the campaign. I did start the first 2, but I figure I will go ahead and start that over today. It just, kind of check out what the game's about and give it some play and see if it gets some traction. See if this is something that I'm going to play more in the future. Looks like we got a couple viewers. Thank you very much. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of get this going, play for a couple hours, see how things go. So why don't we go ahead and kick this off? So one of the things that I have to say right off the bat is this. It has this mouse lock. I use 2 monitors set up. I've got the right monitor is the Streamlabs slobs, if you will. And I can't really move the mouse out of here without alt-tabbing, and I will just say that kind of drives me nuts. I did look through the settings. Nothing that I could apparently do to change it. But yeah, there's that. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into this campaign, and we're going to start with Chapter 1, Oku the Vigilant, and just see kind of what's going on with this. So we click this, describes, in the first chapter, guide Oku to the Eye by repairing a bridge. Learn how to move units and explore, harvest resources, complete your objectives, and prepare the caravan for departure. Lulu and Oku await you for a first adventure accessible to all. Wow, isn't that just fantastic? One thing I'll note here is that for some reason I cannot get the chat box. Sorry, I can't get the chat box to kind of show on my screen, which I'm a little frustrated with, if I gotta be honest here. So I do have it set up. Looks like we had 98% 2019 say sup, but that's not showing. So I just want to kind of try to fix that if I can, just in case anyone else wants to say hello and hey sup 98% 2019. All right, but either way, let's go ahead and just get this started. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up, hit play. At the cusp of the 456th blink, the sigh awakens. Is that? I think that's a unit of time. A blink. How long does a blink take to go by? I think it takes a blink. The growling of the waves free it from its long slumber. Its time has come, so it speeds. The waters approach and the cycle begins again. The wave comes to cover the earth and ensure its prosperity for future generations. In the meantime, guided by the wind, the peoples of this land must take shelter. Pupils set off on their long journey to meet up at the Eye, their cyclical sanctuary, place of the great meeting. They will live together until their next separation at the end of the cycle. Here, they will share their knowledge gained during the last 456 blinks. Later, the great tears will drain away, and it will be time to leave and start all over. Alright. So, blink being a unit of time, I'm guessing, I don't know. I'll admit, the first time I kind of went through this, there were a couple things that weren't exactly clear. But we'll see if we can figure it out. So, you are the wind, you awaken to the sound of lapping water, the cycle begins again, it is time to accomplish your destiny. So this I love, kind of like the zooming into the 3D models, the 3D terrain, just the whole watercolor aspect of it all. This is Oku. Oku's a pupil, blah, blah, blah. Camera to move around. Oku used the mouse wheel button. The mouse wheel lets you zoom in and out. So it does. And if we hold down the mouse button, we can do some tilting and all that kind of stuff. All right, so that's done. We'll click next. This bar represents the time it will take for events and waters to arrive in the stage. The wave is here. It comes closer to Oku each turn. So this is down here at the bottom. This is, I guess, our time limit. And then Oku is here. In 30 turns, this land will be covered in water. You, the Sai, must save Oku. I'm a Sai. Sigh. I'm sighing. Alright, next. Open the map to find Oku's position in the world. Alright, okay, so here we have the world map. This, I guess, showing our current location. Today Oku's here. Blah, 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 blah. Repair every damaged path to help other peoples on the last stretch of their journey. I'm guessing this is a damaged path. Each cycle, Oku welcomes new tribes. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out, honestly, this whole chat thing. It's, I don't know. Something's not going on. Alright, anyway. I is here. At the end of the cycle, it's the destination for all pupil tribes. For Oku, it is the next step. Alright, and select a path or halt to find the travel cost. So if we look at this path, looks like we need wood and ore, as it indicates over here. Apparently we have 200 food, no ore, and no wood. So we're going to close the map to go back to the current stage. I'm guessing we're going to have to get some ore and some wood. It's Settlers of Catan all over again, and I have no sheep. I am unprepared. Let's see if I can get that going. Okay, maybe I have the chat thing figured out. I don't know. All right, so to repair the bridge, we want to collect some ore. We already have 40. Stored in transport balloons. That's weird. We have 0 ore, it looks like, but... okay. All right. Well, anyway, okay, so the chat thing... I'm trying to get the chat thing to show on the game, but if that all works there in the UI, so be it. I'm getting all distracted and I'm discombobulated. All right, so it says that we have 40 ore stored in transport balloons. I see no transport balloons. I see that we have 40 ore. Not really quite sure what that means. Select Oku, though. Oku's our little dude. How can I... Okay, there we go. We've got Oku. Nothing to do. I'm going to give him something to do, all right. Once he's been selected, you can whisper him to move. Right-click on this hex to select where he's going to go. Okay. Click the go-to thing. Actions take place at the end of a turn. To get him to move, click the next turn button. This there's definitely some Civ 6 elements there. Hey, cat baby. Meow. Right? Meow, meow, meow. Purr. I'm just losing my mind. All right, so we're going to end the turn. We're going to go up there. Yeah, and again, it does show, so the chat does show off the side of the interface, but I can't get it to show on the screen, which I kind of want to be on the screen. Reason being that I record this and send it to YouTube. The chat is not going to go to YouTube there, so I'm wondering if there's some way for me to handle that, but I'll do some research. I'll get that figured out by next stream, hopefully, and then all your lovely words can be seen to the internet at large. All right, so people spend movement points to move. These planes require 1 movement point. Oku has 3 movement points, and it can easily cross them. Fair enough. Then we want to, follow along here, move to the plains. I'm guessing that's going to be more than 1 turn. Hey-o. There we go. Yeah, very Civ 6 so far. So we'll end another turn. We'll end up there. And hey, something has popped up here. Mountains require 4 movement points to cross a mountain. It costs him 2 turns. Got it. So the game's now going to demonstrate how I'm going to get stuck in the mountains. just like real life. Except now we have a Jeep, so maybe it would only be one movement point with the Jeep. I don't know. Okay, Lulu the caravan. Help him get there to drop off the 40 ore. So I guess I see. So just as kind of like a story element of it, he's actually already got some ore, so we're wanting to get him to the caravan. He's going to drop it off, and that's going to fulfill that requirement, I guess. That's the, you know, liberty that the story takes with kind of breaking the rules, which is not a good way to teach the rules, I think. But anyway, we have 40 ore in the stockpile. Can't be used until they've been put in the stockpile. Got it. Now only wood is needed to build the bridge. Wood can be found in forests and jungles. Okay, let's find a forest and jungle. I guess we're going to explore the halt to find some. The map being the halt, I would presume. Again, not well explained, but I think we get it. Housing. Okay, we haven't talked about housing at all yet. Haven't seen housing yet. But we're just going to wander around. Find some wood so that we can trade for our sheep, and then we win at Settlers of Catan. Okay, hey, we got some wood there. I'm going to actually go explore this here. Kind of clear a little bit more of the map. Okay, so it seems like this is probably the closest. So we need to assign him to a building for resource drop-off. We only have Lulu, which is the big beast caravan that we have there. We're going to right-click on that, choose the wood, I guess, and he's going to change appearance. Okay, he stood up. I don't know that that's really changing appearance, but good for him. And their turn to validate the action until he's been transformed. Okay, so now he flies around with the balloon, and he's got some stuff. Among the pupils, the red panda form corresponds to the gatherer trade, so he's a red panda now. Got it. He'll gain experience in this trade, so you get better at gathering, I guess. Took this shape in order to collect wood. When a trade is assigned, a pupil goes about their job independently. Oku will go collect wood in the forest and drop it off at the caravan without further instruction. End the turn. Okay. Alright, so now we're basically looking at Warcraft 3. We've got orcs and peasants, or every version of Warcraft and every version of, you know, collection stuff, I guess. Alright, let me... Something... Why is it not... Now my phone's going a little bit crazy. That's... Sorry about that. Alright, we're on there. I don't know. Strange stuff. Alright, anyway, sorry. Oku's not a very experienced gatherer, and it will take 3 turns to collect wood. Let Oku work. Okay. And turns until he's finished. We can do that. We have the power. And also, I did see just before I kind of split that off, it said that it's going to take 1 more movement to go each of those places while you're holding ore. Okay. And some more turns. Delivered some more wood. Okay, so we have 40 of the wood. Rising waters is announced by various vagaries. The closer the waves, the more frequent the catastrophes. The wave is always preceded by an enormous cataclysm, and it is best to not tarry. A minor vagary will take place next turn. Okay. Lightning in 1 turn. The clouds gather very quickly and suddenly. The storm is brief but violent, leaving chaos behind. 3 bolts of lightning strike at random, inflicting 90 damage to structures and igniting forests and jungles. I don't like that a lot, so I don't know how to avoid it or if we can do anything to avoid it, but right now we're just going to let Oku go and do his thing. But we have lightning. Alright, a bolt of lightning struck this forest, and the wood is burning. If Oku stays here, they might get badly burned. Makes sense. If it takes too much damage, they'll be called back to the side and disappear. So, fire can spread to adjacent forests, jungles, and buildings. Still need wood. And this other place of wood has not been hit. So, game kind of trying to show us that we need to adjust our strategy as we go. Fair enough. Alright. Plains sells wood resources depleted. Oh, because now the forest that burned down is a plains. I don't know that that's how planes are usually made, but it seems logical, I guess. Very thirsty. All right. Still need wood, so we got all that. He's going to the new place. We're going to have him go back to the caravan. Them. Honestly, I'm not sure. Male, female, doesn't matter. I'm going to say him, but that's only because I'm lazy, not because of any assumption. The resources have been collected, can immediately repair the bridge and move on towards the eye. Okay, so we have all of our resources here on the left. We have 200 out of 10 food. We started with that, 40 of 40 ore, 80 of 80 wood. So now we go to the map, go to the eye. Okay, what is this? So we could take some of the stockpile. Everything that I guess we were left with after completing the objectives. Select a resource, put it on Lulu's back. Note the resources you need to travel, in this case to fix the bridge, are removed from the stockpile before departure and are not available for organization. Fair enough. Alright, so if we, let's see, if we right click, okay, great. We right click on that, it fills them, they take up space. Okay, now, so far we've got a mix of Civ 6, Warcraft, and Diablo 2 with the management of the inventory stuff. Or Diablo. Just Diablo. We'll say Diablo. Diablo! Alright, so we're going to leave. Victory. Well done. We helped Oku to the eye with a load of resources. Alright, let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to redo these. Chapter 2, Linked by Destiny. Henki and Shoot must take one of the paths that lead to their next stage. Can you help them get the necessary resources? Choosing a path, constructing buildings, taming rhinophillos. Okay, are they water rhinophillos? And trade on the market. Manage harvest cycles and discover pupils' different forms. Henki and Shoot are ready to get cracking. At dawn of the fifth blink, the great meeting is closed with the circle ceremony. We need to go to a summit to the west. Hard task. Few who did not undertake it. All right. Caravan is assigned the next day they leave for the Eye of a New Cycle. Got it. Let's have one more sip of water before I just die. 2 times already, the ceremony has linked Shoot and Henki in the same circle. Destiny has decided so. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 people to work with this time. Ooh, even though their egos will never let them speak of it, their impatience for the ceremony is tempered by apprehension. Ooh, adding some drama to the mix. Alright. This caravan, the tribe is composed of 2 peoples. Open the map to look at the tribe's journey. Currently 2 halts away from the eye. From their position, 2 different paths are available. Each path has its own difficulties. Got it. Select the top path to see how much it costs. So we select the top half here. Looks like we would need 10 food, 40 ore, and 80 wood. We already have 200 wood, so have a little bit of a head start there. You would need to cross the bridge, but the bridge is collapsed and you will need to repair it with wood and ore. Yeah, figured that out. Your pupils will need to harvest those resources to go this way. Note, this path leads to a fertile land halt. There are many lakes, so movement can be difficult. However, there will be a lot of arable land, and there's probably a lot of fish. Fish in water, who knew? Bottom path. That one we would need 540 food and 100 stone. We'll have to cross a glacier to reach the next halt. They will need to collect pepkins, which I guess is the food, not pumpkins, pepkins, and some stone. Flint to start fires and warm up. This halt has a rainforest. There will be a lot of jungles and bogs, a lot of wood, but mosquitoes and disease vagaries are fatal. I don't like fatal. The tribe doesn't have the necessary resources to make this trip. They will need to find them at the current halt, harvest them, and stock them. Got it. That's kind of the game loop here, right? To know which path you can take, close the map by clicking on the caravan's halt and explore the halt to find out what resources it has to offer. Okay. We only know a part of the halt. Explore the halt to know your options. Note, each resource can be found only on specific hexes. You will never find pepkins on mountains or in lakes. That's okay. Got it. So, I guess we're going to find some pepkins and some stone. Right now, so far, only see some plains and hills. Let's send... Who is this? That's Shoot. All right, Shoot's closer here. We're going to have him go down there. And Hanky. Hanky and Shoot. Cute. We'll have him go up here. Hey, look at that. We've got a lot more uncovered on the map. Looks like we've got the Pepkins down here. Still need to find some stone. But we'll take Shoot here and have Shoot... Why can I not collect those? Hanky can not do that either. That's a little bizarre. Let's have him go down. Have him move down there. And have Hanky go over here. Hopefully, if we get down there, we can have Shoot grab some food. Oh, shoot. I'm honestly a little confused. Why can't Shoot gather food? Oh, if Hanky come down here. At least one pupil has nothing to do, still can move. Cancel. I don't know what's up with that. Yep, we're going to go ahead and continue without them doing anything. Oh, so our objective does state that we need to explore the whole thing, so maybe that's the whole problem, is we need to explore it all. Cancel. So we'll have Hanky come down here. That will clear out everything on the map. Once they get there. Okay, with some pumpkins and some stone, you can go via the glacier. If it's not already your current objective, select the glacier on the map screen, then close the map. I think that is because, well, it says goal is medium rainforest halt. That's not. Okay, it calls it a glacier, but then calls it a medium rainforest here. So I think that's a little bit of a bug, or something's not clear to me, which is also entirely possible. Assign Shoot and Hanky to collect pepkins by selecting each pupil, then right-clicking on the hex containing a pepkin or the caravan. We'll have Shoot come down here to collect those. Oh, and then Hanky here will go up there to collect those. And away we go. And they go up there and they change their outfits. Isn't that just adorable? Alright, so now we're collecting some pepkins. We also need some stone, but I don't believe we can do anything about that at the moment. Alright, more food. Food is good. These pepkins are much further than the stockpile building than the others. The pupil only has 3 MP per turn and will take much longer to go to and from between the hex and the stockpile. It will take them many more turns to bring back the same amount of resources as the other pupil. Using this hex is not particularly efficient for now. 1 pupil will be sufficient. Hanky can handle it. Meanwhile, Shoot will go get some stone. Okay, Shoot. Let's see. Note if a closer resource hex is freed up, a pupil will go towards the closer hex at the end of their harvest cycle. Pupils can't collect or store stone in the caravan. Alright, so we have to build a quarry. So let's see, we've got Shoot here, right? Open up his building menu. Ooh, build a quarry, and we have wood. We do, we have 200 wood, so we can build that for 100. And that's about as close as it's going to get to the stone, so congratulations, we have a quarry. How can I'm trying to, let's see, come on, Hanky, there we go. Let's go ahead and send him down here to this one. Or no, that one. That one's closer, I think. I don't know. This thing is on the UI and it's actually driving me a little bit crazy. Not the caravan. Not the plane. Hanky! Okay, Hanky's getting food. Alright, let's go. Go to work. Okay, Shoot has become a bird, the shape that the builders take, and will build the building for 3 turns. Fair enough. We got some food. We're still carrying that back. 480 out of 540. Oops, cancel. Looks like, oh hey, we've got our quarry built. So now we want shoot to ore collection. Okay. Yeah, click and click. Now we got 40 out of 100 stone. Oh gosh, we're almost there. And the hills were depleted, but it looks like we've got enough stone. Okay, so we've got 600 out of 540 of the wood, of the food. 120 out of 100 of the stone. Looks like we can go to the map. We choose this here, and hey, we have everything we need. We'll take all the extra supplies we've got, which in this case is 100 wood and 60 pumpkins. Take everything you leave behind will lost. Take as many resources as you can by placing them on the caravan's back, and you'll have them for the next halt. Okay, fair enough. And yes, we're going to leave. So the tribe has crossed the glacier and now in a tropical halt. Oh, I see. So the glacier was where we were. Okay, a little confusing, but now that makes a little sense. So we're at the tropical halt. We must stop for a while so we can find the necessary resources to cross the next obstacle. However, the halt they left behind is now under the waves. Oh no. Mustn't tarry on the way to the eye. The eye is in the next halt. So that's under, we're not going back. I don't know why we would. Select the eye or the path to the eye to see what it is we need. We need 10 ore and 120 stone. We have been given the tools we need to get all that done, I believe. So let's go ahead and go there. This halt is a little different from the previous one. It's a tropical biome where one will find more jungles and bogs than in other halts. Note, in a regular playthrough, the pupils start their journey on a large balanced halt as it's where the tribe has decided to live for the cycle. As such, one can find practically everything there. But that isn't the situation we find ourselves in. Who knew? Okay. Here's the caravan, which has just arrived at the halt. For now, the pupils are inside. Great. They'll get out when the beast has settled for installation. This caravan moves exactly like pupils, but only has 2 movement points. Move the caravan to a strategic location to install the camp. Cannot be set up on land that's too steep or too wet, so basically a plain. But it can crush the trees of a forest to make enough space. I don't think we need to do that. And yeah, I think we can move over here. There's a nice little plain in our way. Alright, click on the installation button to install the caravan. Be aware, it will not move again. Choose a position wisely. That looks fine to me. Shooting Hanky again. Yay, they've left the back. Explore the map, harvest necessary resources to repair the railroad, then guide the tribe to the eye before the water rises. Alright, so we're going to do more of the same of what we've been doing so far. Alright, so let's see. We're going to look for stone, and we're going to look for ore. I see neither of them, so let's have Heike go up here. Shoot will go over here. And there's a little drawing on the map. I'll bet that has something to do with what we're going to be looking for. And it didn't. Haha! We've been tricked. Entire map has been explored and not a trace of ore. You can't repair the railway line without ore. So, whisper to Shoot that they should build a market by opening the construction menu in the selection window. Market is a building that allows resource trading with other tribes. We attach crates of resources to balloons which, carried by wind, quickly find their destination. I think this is similar to the Settlers of Catan. Everything's run by balloons. You just don't know it and they didn't put in the rules. But now I've told you, you've been informed. Soon enough, the requested resources find their way back attached to a small balloon. Alright, so shoot. We've got a new tab here. Market. So the market is an appendix. It's a structure built on the back of a pack animal. Each appendix requires you to have a rhinophalo in stock. Rhinophalos are a base resource which can be gathered directly from the caravan. Find and collect the rhinophalo in order to build the market. Oh, well, I would assume that those rhinophalos. Why does he need to go all the way back? If you interrupt people taking back resources to a building, the resources will be dropped and lost forever. Unlike other resources, there's only one rhino fellow per hex. Wait for him to bring it to the caravan. Okay, so he's taking it there. Fair enough. Right, no. So he's got the Renofilo there. Hanky is doing nothing because we know from last experience that we need to build. We have no build. Okay, we're stuck there then. Note that only a limited number of people can work in the same building. So I think it's the game, this stinking tutorial is just making me take that back first. So I have a Renofilo. What did I bring back? I don't even know what I brought back. Something's going on. So he's going to go over there. No, cancel. Collect. He's already doing that. This guy is doing nothing because he can do nothing. Let's continue. Aw, hearts for the Renofilo. Love the Renofilo. Let's continue. We're harvesting the Renofilo. And it's going to take him one more turn. Let's see. Continue. Alright, so now we have the Renofilo. A plain sales pack animal has... Okay. Continue. More wasting time. We're not doing anything. Alright, so now all the necessary resources to build a market have been obtained. Choose people to build it and then select the market in the appendices tab of the construction menu. That's what we were trying to do before. So build, appendice, market, 1 Renofilo and 100 wood. We have the power. The appendix can only be built on a hex adjacent to the caravan and only on a planar forest. This is why the placing of a caravan is important. It needs to be near these base resources like wood or food, but also adjacent to plains or forests so you can build appendices. Okay, noted. I mean, kind of makes some sense. You're going to build a headquarters area and then build some supporting buildings around it. It's kind of, well, I don't know, command and conquer, I guess. So let's build a market. We have the market. It's being constructed. Can he build? Hey, Hanky can build a quarry now. But we don't have the resources for that. So we're going to need to gather some wood. So I could have been gathering wood the whole time. I should have been. Instead, I just let him sit there doing nothing like the schlep that he is. Alright, so we have a market built now. It doesn't need people to operate it. Not all resources have the same value, and the exchange rate changes depending on the resources you have to offer. Obtain ore. Okay. So if we look at the market... Okay, we want ore. It takes 20 wood to make an ore, 20 pepkins, some fish game. So we actually have 60 pepkins, as we see up here, and that's the only resource we have at the moment, because we need more wood to build the quarry. So we can currently trade 10. How many ore do we... We need 10 ore! That's perfect. We don't... Wait a minute. We don't have 200 pepkins. We have 60 pepkins. Fine, let's go 60 to 3. And now we're out of that. So, okay. I don't know why it lets you go to the full 200. We will take that under advisement. Great, a friendly tribe has sent you ore. Complete the halt objective by harvesting all the necessary resources, then get to the eye using the map. Alright, so we still need 7 more ore, another 120 stone. So really we need to get hot on harvesting wood, really. We don't need any pepkins. So we'll have them both gather some wood for the time being. As soon as we've got 100 wood, we can build the quarry. We're at 80. All right, now we've got 120. So we're going to have shoot up here. Go ahead and build the quarry. No? Yes. There. That way we're nice and close to the stone. And then once that's been built, we can have shoot gather that. Uh-oh. A new vagary will happen soon. Downpour. Where do we see that? Downpour in 41 turns. Plains near lakes and bogs can be flooded. Pupils have -1 MP. Okay, so we've got only 41 more turns to do this. I think we'll be okay. I hope. Cancel. Alright, so they've got that. We'll go ahead and have him... Okay, selecting the guys could be a little easier. I won't lie. Okay, so he's going to gather stone. We've got our 60 wood... But we need a lot more stuff because trading, right? Let's see. If we go here, the market. Go ahead and trade. We need some more ore. Let's see, what do we have? We have some extra wood. We have 90 extra wood. So we can go 4 of those, trade. We still have our wood allotment. We need 3 more ore. Meh. I'm pretty sure we're going to beat the downpour. Why is he... So it said that if there's a closer place for them to go, they will go to the closest place. But it looks like... that is not necessarily the case. We've got a jungle there and a jungle here, but he keeps going to the further jungle. Not sure why. So if we get... Okay, so now we have 90 more wood. We only need 3 more ore. That's going to give us all that we need. All right, huzzah! Great! Complete the halt objective by harvesting all the necessary resources, then go to the eye. So now we've got the resources. We're going to go there. We'll take our extra wood and stone. And, yeah, we want to leave. Victory! Phew. I'm glad you guys are with me. Couldn't have done it alone. Shoot and Hanky have arrived at the Eye. They are impatient to share their newly gained knowledge with the other tribes. In a few blinks, the waves will have covered the entire surface of the world, and all the peoples will have gathered at the Eye. A new cycle comes to a close. By the fire lost in thought, the 2 peoples have already left for the next cycle. Climbing the Great Western Cliff will only be a formality. But what will their 3rd circle ceremony have in store for them? Alright, so that's as far as I had gotten when I was checking this out earlier. Now we're going to do Chapter 3, The Shapeshifters. This is entirely new content for me. Let's see how it goes. Help Crack and Scion, 2 ambitious pupils, to become experts. Learn how to gain experience and choose bonuses in the trade wheel and how to feed your pupils. Build, manage, and improve. Build, manage, improve, and repair mobile buildings and discover proximity bonuses. Visit ancient remains. Craig and Scion await only you to meet their destiny. Okay, so this sounds like we're now getting kind of more into the meat of the game proper. Pupils are metamorphs by nature as long as they can remember animal and... Okay, that's a lot to read. I'm not reading it all. Sorry. Well, not sorry. I'm sure actually you're probably glad that I don't. Trust me on that. Every pupil has from the first cycle taken on the appearance of a red panda, which is, you know, the whole gathering resources. Some silhouettes are much less habitual and are only worn by the elder pupils or the younger prodigies. Other forms are so rare that no one can say if they really exist. So it's talking about the forms. That's really the different skills that they have. The elders say that these animals evolve, that they have seen them become rarer and rarer before disappearing. Alright, with shadow puppetry, they amuse themselves by showing off the shapes that fill their dreams. Alright, Croc has always been the teller of campfire legends. At each meet, the elders see Croc dancing around them, catching every last crumb of each story. Crake wants to become an engineer. Ooh, we like engineers. Engineers build things. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, Crake builds and builds. The status of expert is only achievable with experience. For now, despite having built a great many structures, Crake is still only a little bird. Wah wah. The little bird dreams of the day when it can become a toucan with a majestic beak. Scion, the other pupil of Crake's circle, has the same aspirations in another domain, to become an expert in fruit harvesting and learn the famous candied fruit recipe from the elders. This recipe lets the makers sublimate fruits into something much more nourishing. This is a circle filled with hope and ambition. Select the map to see their journey. Oh, look at that. We have another tab up top, though. We'll peek at that here in a moment. The tribe is here. They've already covered a lot of distance to the eye, and in 2 halts they will have arrived. The land behind them are already under waves. Choose the halt or the next path to reveal the travel cost. Well, that's all we can do. Right, so we need 120 wood, 120 wool, Settlers of Catan, and some pepkins, which we already have. Let's see, housing, number of pupils in the tribe. The pupils would need a raft to make this path, to take this path. Wood logs and a sail woven out of peep wool should do the trick. The river is long, and they should also take along some pepkins to avoid starvation. Food is good. We know this. I'm going to hit that here in just a moment. Caravan is here. Tribe already has building a pasture. Okay. Allows for shearing and stocking peep wool. This wool can be used for making hangings, warm clothes, and to insulate buildings. Start to complete the objective by assigning Scion to pepkin harvesting. Explore the halt with Crake to try to find some wool. Alright, there's the caravan. There's Scion. So Scion we want to have doing some pepkin harvesting. Got it. Where's our other dude? Where the heck is Crake? Is there a way that I can find Crake? Let's see if I do. What is that? Ooh, that's a skill tree. It looks like. Okay, I'll behave. I'll leave that alone for now. I seriously do not see Crake. So there's Scion. We already signed Scion to go find something. Okay, so I selected Crake. I don't know where Crake is, though. Oh, Crake is there, hidden behind the light. That's a great place for Crake to be. Okay, got it. So we'll actually have Crake go over here to explore. Even though Scion is harvesting pepkins, the tribe's stock is running out. Pupils consume food each turn. When there is nothing left to eat, they lose health. When they no longer have any health, they are called back to the Sai. You must therefore keep an eye on them and feed them. Okay, so food never depleted before, so that's a new thing that we're going to have to look for in the resource management. Let me actually I'm going to shrink this window down here just a little bit. Nope, that's not shrinking, that's moving. Alright. Nope, that's also... Let's see, we can go down there, we can show it there, and then we will just bring that over a little bit. Alright, hey. Magic just happened and you didn't even know it. So pupils eat 6 pepkins per day. Scion wishes everyone had enough to eat. I like Scion's idea first. This is Scion's trade wheel. Click on it to see Scion's talents. Okay, so the trade wheel. It represents all the forms a pupil can take. Okay. Every harvest cycle, build, or production that a pupil performs will bring them experience points in the trade they practice. After gaining a certain amount of experience, they gain bonus or talents that will make them better at that trade. These bonuses only apply while the pupil is working on that specific trade. Makes sense. Next. So the central wheel represents the base trades, which later specialize into expert trades. Scion already has a lot of experience as a gatherer. Do they now? Fruit gatherer. I see. Okay, so that's the gatherer that harvests pepkins or food from caravan or sawmill. Okay. Scion requires less food than Craig, for instance. Do we have something? Let's see. 15 per harvest cycle, 5 per harvest cycle, -1 food consumed per turn. Soon Scion will be able to take on... Will be able to specialize as fruit gatherer and take on a new appearance. Look at Craig's talents by clicking their name. So how do we see... let's see, if we click on that, just shows how much we do. Oh, okay, the bar here, I guess. Still, I wish there was a numerical value that kind of showed us where that was at and how many more turns we need, for example. Scion is doing gathering stuff. We want fruit gathering stuff. So this is all the way filled, but that still needs to go up. I'm not really quite buying. Doesn't seem super intuitive. I want to understand how much crafting, and was there a point where the game kind of chose between those two selections? Because I would think it wouldn't be until they got enough experience to make that choice. Alright, well, we'll check out Craig. Craig has gained experience as a builder. Even at the center of the eye, some of the buildings are Craig originals. Progress as a builder is gained by constructing new buildings. Note, a pupil with experience in a trade will be more efficient than one with no experience thanks to their bonuses. Okay, so we see that Craig here has builder stuff and +2 MP when going to construct a building. Repair twice as fast. And 25 hit points to the buildings built by this pupil. My question then becomes this. Why do buildings need hit points? Are they going to start taking damage? Leave the menu and complete the objective. Alright. Okay, so now everything has, it looks like a hit point bar. 120 out of 120. The caravan has 100, or let's see, that's... Okay. UI covering that up. Alright, Craig has gained experience as a builder. Even at the center of the eye, some of the buildings are Craig originals. Leave the menu and complete the objectives. Okay, we already did that. I just had to clear it out. Set a hex to prioritize. Pasture. It's a mobile building. It's pack animal, wool. That doesn't really tell us much about what it does. Wow. So we've got Craig, he's got nothing to do. He is the best builder of the tribe, however. Scion is the best gatherer. Looks like he's going to harvest food. Let's see, what is Craig doing? Nothing to do. We're going to have Craig gather some wood. Sinus is harvesting food. Okay, so the food allocation looks to be enough for one person to cover both pupils. That's good. Alright, just doing our gathering thing. Oh, right. We wanted Craig to be exploring. Oops. Well, you know, hey, we got some wood. It's not bad. Okay, what is this? Some peeps. These creatures are friendly and willingly let pupils unburden them of their wool. They hate rain and generally hide during a downpour. Well, yeah, I would too. This pasture is a mobile building. It's far from the peeps, and harvesting their wool will take forever. Fortunately, okay, so it can be moved where you like with no additional cost. Click here to repack it. Yes. It's Craig's job to reinstall the building. Open Craig's construction menu. Packed mobile buildings. Pasture. All right. We want to move that over here to where it's next to the peeps. This halt is rather peaceful. A lot of resources and many peeps to provide wool. Craig wants to take advantage of this calm to build a new building that will be used later on. Since the last halt sign has mentioned the need for this installation. Even though Cyan's been harvesting without fail since the beginning of the halt, an evolution has not come. There is not much left to learn as a gatherer, and since the last halt, Cyan has learned nothing new. Despite feeling that there must be a way to improve its specialized, Cyan lacks a place to truly find personal enrichment. This caravan can only let pupils gain experience at a base trade. Pupils who work from the caravan will stagnate and never evolve. To specialize, a pupil must work in a building linked to their desired trade. Aha! To specialize, Cyan must work in a harvest hut rather than a caravan. It's the only way people will gain experience in a higher trade. Build a mobile harvest hut. Craig will be delighted to do so. I don't know that that's true, because Cyan's busy with food. Craig is building. Okay. Alright, so now we've got that. I'm kind of curious if... Okay, so let's go take wool. Becoming a grower. Does it work in Nevada? Well, we know we need 120 wool, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, let's see. Let's have him build, let's see, buildings which... Okay, great. We know that's a happen. Harvest hut. Let's build a mobile one. Yeah. So where's the food coming from? Food's coming from there. Bog. Well, we'll just build it there. Not as close as it could be, but also not as far away. Alright, so we have the mobile harvest hut, and we know that because it's mobile, it can be moved, and it can go to the next place with us. So let's take... cancel. We need Craig to go explore. We need Cyan to finish. Okay, so to deliver the food. Okay, so he is working out of the harvest hut, so that works. What is Craig doing? Why is Craig returning food? Because I think I selected the wrong thing. Cyan is going to work with some food. Craig is returning resources. Let's go ahead and have him explore over here. I mean, we're good on the food. Are we out of food? No, we're not out of food. Oh, he's done exploring. Alright, so let's have him go back. So we're still short of wood. We're still short of peep wool. I'm going to go ahead and finish the peep wool. That I remember what this stuff is called is a little alarming, if I have to be honest. Okay, so he finds a new source of pepkin. Going to work. Let's have him collect some wood now. And we've almost got this this done. some extra wood there. Trade it for sheep. Win the game. Should have, alright, quite a bit of extra stuff. Hopefully I've got room for this stuff before we go. There was a warning about taking too much stuff away. We don't want to be wasteful. So now we can go to the medium ancient forest halt. So we got 47 pepkins, 35 wood. I don't understand what that is. Do we have to take it out? Is that some kind of weird shape? And then we just fit that there? I'm a little confused. Why did it not let us leave? Oh, okay, so we sort of have the same... No. We don't. So we go here. I am just a wee bit confused. So we still have an objective that says help Scion progress by assigning him to the harvest hut. How do we assign? I think the problem here is that Crake is actually... No, Crake is assigned to... the main caravan. Zero workers assigned to it, so let's try Scion now. Is now assigned to the harvest hut. I see. Scion has finally gained experience. Open the trade wheel. Okay, that was a little confusing and not very clear. So hopefully now that we have that done, that's going to be a little better. Alright. So now we've got those highlighted. Gain experience is represented by a blue gauge around the next bonus. When the gauge is filled, the people gains a level. Super. So... he's now a fruit gatherer, I guess. Scion. So what do we want? Do we select this? No. Okay, Scion has gained the first level as a fruit gatherer. Choose one of the two bonuses. This choice is definitive. The bonus will only apply while Scion is in the form of a fruit gatherer. It's the first step towards expertise and the famous recipe for candied fruits. Alright, let's... Okay. Got that. Pupil's an expert when they have maximum experience in a higher trade. They can choose one of... Yeah, right. So we want the... Let's see. Our options are 15 pepkins per harvest cycle or 25 book per harvest cycle. I don't know what the book is, but we're going to become a fruit gatherer since, you know, story's kind of taken us that way. Close this up. There's now a fruit gatherer. So I'm hopeful that now it's going to let us Let's see. Crate and Scion have 2 mobile buildings. Take them to the next halt by dragging them onto the caravan's back. Also take as many resources as possible, then click on leave. Okay. This is what I was trying to do before, but it wasn't clear that I had to do that whole leveling spiel first. Understood now. Those fit there. We're fitting the whole caravan, the mobile buildings, on the caravan's back. Sure. Halt is an ancient forest biome. It is probably filled with ancient historic buildings. Ooh. And ghosts. I hope there are ghosts. This is the last halt before the Eye. The tribe's finally at the end of its long journey. They must cross a wide ravine using a zip line to reach the Eye. It's not possible for just anyone. Only an engineer can prepare a safe passage for the caravan. It's time for Craig's skills to shine to become an engineer before the waters reach the tribe. So we do know that the building experience is what kind of leads Craig to become the engineer. So we're going to focus him on building stuff with Scion doing all the gathering. Right. All right, so we need 200 people, 10 ore, 200 wood, and engineer 1. Fulfill the objective and get everyone safely to the Eye before the waters come. Choose well where to place the caravan and deploy your mobile buildings to collect wool and feed your tribe with pepkins. Note, if you construct buildings on adjacent hexes, they will gain a proximity bonus. Their yield will increase. This bonus is represented by stakes and flags around the building. Okay, so we want to keep the buildings together. And it looks like we are actually setting up our caravan this time again. We'll start him off in that direction. So right now he's only got 2 plains next to himself. The rest of this is hills. But we know we like ore, so that's good. Maybe let's have him go up here. Another 2 hexes. Well, problem being if we get too far away, yeah, let's just go ahead and have him sit down there. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? All right, so we'll have Craig continue the exploration because if he runs into any of those ancient buildings, we know where we're going to want him to check it out. Scion will have gather some ore. No building to harvest the resource. On second thought, ooh, we've only got 15. I probably really should have built it down there. Oh well. So Scion's going to go ahead and do some gathering. Craig's going to do the exploring. What can he build? Can he build a quarry yet? I don't think he can, but... mine for the ore? What does that take? We need wood. Wow, suddenly we're in a position where it's going to take more than just going to get stuff. So we'll actually have Craig grab some wood for a little bit. Ooh, these are the remains from ancient times. They're leftovers from previous cycles, traces of passage of earlier tribe of pupils reclaimed by nature. Exploring remains can be dangerous or beneficial. You never know what you can find. Craig is fascinated by old buildings and wants to visit them all. Craig is delighted at the idea of sharing the tribe's discoveries with all the other pupils once they reach the Eye. To visit remains, assign the pupil with a right click and choose Explorer. Exploring the ruins will take 1 turn. Okay, and what is this? Remains discovered. Got it. So back to the whole Civ 6 thing. And, well, I mean Civ 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as well. We are low on food. Yeah, Scion needs to get back there quickly. Craig spends the day reconstructing the sawmill that had collapsed into these remains. Transforms into a permanent sawmill. That's where we're going to get the lumber. That's fantastic. We're in dire need of some of that, so let's have him do some harvesting. Not really keeping up well with the food there, Scion. Why does Scion keep taking damage? Because I goofed and set the caravan way too far. I wonder, can I restart this? Well, maybe when they die. I mean, death is a part of learning a tutorial of any game, right? Oh boy. They're not gonna make it. Okay, there we go. They died from hunger. Eek. Defeat. A poncho drifts slowly to the floor as the pupils dispersed by the breeze. The story's already written and this was not their destiny. They were meant to reach at the end of the cycle, open the way, restart the chapter, and save them all. Okay. Sorry. This is... Okay, so this is the first part. We've already done this. Sadly, we apparently have to do it again. Alright, but we know the way, so I'm just going to kind of give the quick and dirty version of it as we go. Not really worry too much about doing anything. We know that Crake is hidden behind there. There we go. So Crake is going to explore. Scion's going to do the food harvesting. Got it. So we assign the food harvesting of the caravan. Crake's going to go over there. Super. We know that pupils eat food, which is... We learned that well last time. Okay. Let's have Crake explore down here. Oh, goody. We have to look at the trade wheel. Okay, we looked at this before. These are the skills. That's how they gain experience. Check. Alright, we've done that. We've done that. Let's close this up. Say close. Leave the menu. I'm trying to thank you. Alright, hey, we found the peeps. Mobile pasture. So we repack that. Yes. We have Crake. Build, reconstruct pasture here. Yeah. Specialize, blah, blah, blah. Go do things. Work. Be not that kind of work. Okay, so we have the mobile pasture done. We want the harvest hut, so let's build... Harvest hut, we need another 30 wood and 40 wool, so we'll have Crake harvest that. So we've got 40. Alright, and then we'll send him off to gather some wood. So we've got 40. Alright, he had to go change his clothes. See, and he still goes to the further wood instead of going to the closest. Game says that he should go to the closest one. I'm not seeing that happen a lot, honestly. Alright, we want the mobile harvest hut. We can go ahead. We know food is over here. Probably just build it right there again. And then... So we constructed a mobile harvest hut. Or we're constructing a mobile harvest hut. He had to change his clothes to do that again. Alright, built. Now we're going to have him gather to the harvest hut. Now he's assigned... And we know that we want Scion to get more experience. So we're going to take Crake. Now we'll have him go back to gathering wool. Help make his Settlers of Catan game strong. Alright, so we can choose a new trade bonus. When the cage is full, they get a level. We're going to choose... the fruit gathering, super fantastic. Now what do we need here? Probably to still gather some food while we're collecting the remaining resources that we need. Since we don't want them to die in the middle of all this, do we? I mean, they're just peoples. Oops. I actually should have stopped right there because we have enough wool. And the wool is actually gone now, so that's cool. We'll have them gather some wood. They're going to go back to town. Do some clothes shifting. Okay, so I assign it to this specific section of wood, and they go there just fine. But if I assign it via the caravan as the game instructs, they don't go to the most efficient one. Fine, fair enough, but wish it worked as intended. We need 30 more wood. Alright. Wood's depleted. We still need 10 more. He's gone off to get it. That's great. Okay, and we have food delivery. Great. So we've got some extra food as we go on to the next journey. We will fill our caravan with the remote stuff. Fill that the rest of the way, and we have some extra resources to take with us on our journey. Alright, so now we're back to where we were before. I feel like I'm a little better prepared. I know a little bit more about what killed us and how to avoid that. I hope. So we're going to bring this dude up here because we want him to be near the food. We're going to go one more. Okay. Odd. Alright, we're going to park him right there. Crake is going to go explore. Cyan is... No. Cyan, thank you. Who is the best food gatherer of the tribe. We know this to be true. So we'll have her go over there, grab some food. He goes exploring. She gets the food. Alright, and we found the ruins that we found before. The remains. We're going to go ahead and... What is that about? Okay, I guess you could look at it before you explore it. We don't have the ability to do that just yet. But Cyan is... has only one food left. So, permanent sawmill. We actually selected like more food for her to gather all at once, so I don't know why food is such a difficult chore here. Craig, we really just need food to keep going as we go, so we're going to continue exploring and hope maybe something else that we get helps this whole food situation. Okay, we got some food. All right, we got Peeps. Ooh, he's the black peep of the family. Remains discovered. Okay, we'll check that out. Let's see. A new pupil has joined your tribe. An unexpected earthquake surprised Sylve, tribe gatherer. The vagary destroyed the buildings of the village and buried Sylve in rubble inside the remains where they thought they were safe. Speaking of, Sylve's sawmill must be somewhere in the halt in a terrible state. Sylve dreams of becoming a woodcutter and will be very useful when it comes to building the zip line. So the tribe is now composed of 3 pupils. As such, there's 1 extra mouth to feed. If science harvesting is insufficient, the harvest hut can be improved to make it more efficient. The first harvest hut improvement reduces the harvest cycle to 2 turns. Cyan would be able to bring back food faster. This improvement costs resources but will be permanent. Each building can be improved twice and gain 2 different bonuses. That's good to know. So they're hurt. Don't forget to heal them. I don't know how to heal them. I know how to kill them by not giving them enough food. I feel that's the same thing, right? Sylve is going to actually explore. We're going to have Crake go back and build a harvest hut. We need 40 more stone or 70 more wood. Okay, I lied. We're going to have Sylv go and build some wood. Crake is going to explore. Food is a problem. And let's see, is there a way I can restart this just one more time? I don't want to go through that building again. So really what I should have done, I guess, is try to build out the resources for the harvest hut before going off to explore. We do need sheep. Packed mobile buildings, pasture, harvest hut. Oh, we don't need to do anything to build the harvest hut that we already have. Let's hope that I can get that built in time. I don't think I am. I think I'm dead again, honestly. If we can get some food back in time. Sylv is now woodcutter level 1. You can choose a new bonus. Okay. 15 wood per harvest cycle or 25 experience. Is that experience? I think that's experience. We want more wood per harvest cycle though. Let's do that. Okay. Craig is now engineer level 1. You can choose a new trade bonus. Alright. 10 experience per harvest cycle for mobile buildings constructed by this people, or the mobile buildings constructed by this people are more compact. Let's do that. I have a feeling that supply management is definitely going to become a little bit more of a chore. We're fitting stuff now on the caravan as we're leaving to go to the next place, but it could be better, so here's hoping. Scion harvesting. We'll let Scion cancel. Craig has nothing to do. Let's give Craig something to do real quick. We know we've got the pasture here. We want the pasture to be right there between those two sheep. Hey, yo! Returning. Stop that dying thing. Alright. Let's get Scion assigned there to gather food. Let's see. We've got -1 turn to the harvest cycle of food. Costs 140 wool or removes 20% less yield. I mean, both of them sound good. I think the minus turn, though, is going to be what keeps us alive, so that's what we want to get to. That's going to cost us 140 wool. Oh, boy. That's a lot of wool. Well, crap. Okay, well, third time's a charm. So we should be able to get through the first one really quick. Let's see how fast we can go. Yeah, we need to go here. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be the goal. We're going back here. We know that Craig is hidden back here somewhere. Come on, Craig. There we go. Nothing to do. That is a big fat lie. We'll give him plenty to do here. And Scion is here and is going to gather some food. Alright, Craig, we know is that. He's going to discover the wool down here. Consuming food each turn, dream of construction, blah blah blah. Look at the trade wheel. Okay, why do we have to do this every single time? I wish there was just a restart scenario somewhere. That would make things much handier. I have admitted defeat. I suck. People are dead. Let's try again. All right. gathering food. Craig is going down here. We've got the peeps. Pastures and mobile building. Repack it. Oh, I didn't notice this. That you get XP for reinstalling a building once per scenario. Go. Where's Craig? Craig's going to build the new pasture there. All right. We know now that we want to build that, which requires 30 wood and 40 wool. We'll have him go ahead and gather wool. You know, the extra resources on the second one didn't really seem to help much. I think I'm going to just go for 100% efficiency if I can get it. And not bother with extra stuff. Alright, so we've got 40 of that. We need 30 wood. That's right, Craig. Get working. You can't just sit there. You can't just build things. You gotta help the tribe. Alright, what else do we need? We've got it. So we're gonna build it there again. It's gonna take him a couple turns to do so. Alright, that's been built. Now we can take Scion, assign the food to that, and then get him to work on finishing all this up. So since he's closer, we'll go ahead and have him assigned to the wood. Alright. Fantastic. So keep going at that. Love to see we've got quite a few people here. 7 people watching. Thanks for joining Splus Gaming. This is kind of my off day. I do stream World of Warcraft on Thursday evenings. If you want to come back and check us out. Also, just if you give me a follow, you'll get your notifications and you'll know when I go live. I'll post a schedule here as that gets a little more solid. But for right now, just follow and it'll let you know. And I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and let's see. So this tells us that we've gained a level. We're going to take that. He's got extra food. Fantastic. We still need more. What's he doing? Gathering wood. That's right. I told him to. He's doing what I told him to. Just like kids. Do what you tell him to, not what you want him to do. There's an important difference between those two things. Still need more wood. Another 10 more wood and I can have Craig go and... Alright, let's go harvest some wool. Win another game of Settlers of Catan. Pumpkin cell, there's another place for him to get food, I hope. Yes. Alright, good. We're still in business. We're almost done. We just need the wool. One more gather. Alright. We have hit the jackpot. Everything is done. Let's go ahead and do our storage. Play our little Tetris puzzle game. Make sure they all fit. Then pop in the rest of our resources. And we are good to go. Next one. So what have we learned so far? The first time we tried this scenario, we died because we set the initial caravan further out than the food that was there. Lesson learned. Second time we died because I didn't realize I needed to unpack the portable food hut thing. So I expect now this time we're going to set up shop, the caravan, with 2 places for building things next to it. We can set up the harvest hut next to one. I don't remember what the other one was, but we should be able to set those up quickly before we have Crake go and start exploring. That should help us out, and that should help us get food a little more quickly. Once we found that second explorer, it became a lot more difficult for the food to stay up, and we saw everybody die again. This is the last time I would like to do this one. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, it tells you want, that you're going to be building next to things, and you want proximity bonuses and all that stuff, but it doesn't like give you the optimal. And while it's been annoying to have to replay this a couple times, it's because we've had to replay it a couple times with the first one, which has been the annoying part of that. If we could just restart the scenario, that would save us a lot of time. But we're here now. Let's give it a go. We'll set up our caravan here. Crake, first thing, let's set up. Hey, let's say it. Let's set up our portable pasture. We know that's not going to be next to this. We want to set it up next to where we find those peeps later. We'll put the harvest hut in between the two food sources. We'll set Scion to work on gathering food, and away they go. And I'll just keep drinking my water as I'm a thirsty boy. Alright, we've got that done. We're going to assign her to that hut. He is now free to go roaming. And also, as the game did tell us the last time, we can set improvements for the buildings, but I think that's not going to let us do that until Crake advances a level again. So let's get to work on that. Go explore those runes. Old buildings, wants to visit them all, blah, blah, blah. What is this? Crake is now engineer level 1. We can do the new trade bonus. Yeah, we're going to make them more compact. Super. Alright, so he finds a sawmill. That'll come in handy here in a moment. Why is my food still so low? That's kind of driving me nuts. We have enough food. We've got two things here. It's next to the harvest hut. Pupil's already doing that. We're still running out of food really quickly. If we look at the harvest hut, that lets us set a hex to prioritize and repack, but doesn't give us the bonus options yet. Well, nothing to do but to continue on. Alright. Find and visit the 3 remains. Let's park Crake over here for just a moment. We know we've got remains to be seen. Come on. That's funny right there. Remains to be seen. That's good stuff. We have food now, though. Then that's not running out, so that's good. Let's have him... Hey, this is how we can select the other characters. Got it. Crake and Scion. Okay. Crake, we're going to have build the remaining pasture right here, as it's next to 2 different sources of peeps. Okay, that's done. We're not going to harvest that yet, though, because we're going to do what the game tells us. What we want to do here is, with this harvest hut, there's a way to make it gather more or faster and all that stuff, and we want that to happen, and we know we need to explore this to make it happen, though it's going to give us a 3rd guy, which is going to be harder to feed. He dreams of becoming a woodcutter. Yay. Okay, so here we go. So this is what unlocks. First harvest hut improvement reduces the harvest cycle to 2 turns. Would be able to bring back food faster. This improvement costs resources, but will be permanent. Alright. What do we need to make that happen ASAP? We need 60 wood and 140 wool. So Crake... No, that's Sylv. Have Sylv go gather wood, and Crake is going to gather some wool. And let's make it snappy, people. Uh-oh. One of the food supply places is already out. Oh, there's a third one here, though. Okay, that's good. Uh-oh. Are we starting to take damage? Something happened. I heard a noise. We got 100 wool. We need 20 more. Alright, so we've got 145 wool. What are we looking at with that? We can now -1 turn to the harvest cycle. Fantastic. What do we need for this? 120 ore and 140 wool. We will work on that later. So right now we've got a more efficient feeding engine for our people. We've got new dude gathering wood, and Craig can now resume exploration. Food is still low, though. I don't like this. We got some more peeps. This should be the last place we need to explore. And Bog's Peepkin resource is depleted. So we're running low on food all the way around. That's great. But this is our last explorer. Forced company. Muffled sobbing guides cracks footsteps into this abandoned building. Though they make their way ever further and seem to get ever closer, the corridors remain devoid of life. Unable to determine the source, Crake calls out. The sobbing ceases instantly, and a surprised voice resonates in their mind. Who are you? Your fellows have left me here for so long. They always leave me. You are no different. You want to leave, don't you? Indeed, my voyage is not over. Stay longer, just a bit. All mobile buildings are damaged. That seems a little rude. Explore these remains to discover a positive or negative random effect. Send a druid to analyze. Send a druid to negative. Okay, sure. So I've done all the exploring that can be done. We are getting low on food. We need another 50 food, and we need another 200 wool. So if we have... Cyan's going to need to still keep doing the food harvesting. We're going to need to deplete that wool and then probably move that portable thing over here and then quickly grab the 10 ore, hopefully before we all perish again. Resource management getting a little tighter. This definitely... So Scenario 3 from the campaign has stepped things up quite a bit. The first two were very hand-holdy. This one is tricky. We've got to figure out exactly what we're doing. And get to it. What's that about? Why is it? What is Cyan doing here? Where is Cyan? There's food there too. Why is food such a problem? We have the hut here. Getting -1 turn to harvest it. Everything's within 1 turn of that. Why also do we not have health bars? It was showing them last time we played. Now it's not. Sylv is about to die. Let's see. Harvest hut. So what happens? What's the... Is there any damage to this? Is there any effect of the damage? I don't see any effect of the damage. Pepkins, Harvest Map Mobile. Yeah, I'm a little stumped on how this is supposed to be done well. They keep losing food. Let's see, Cyan is now a woodcutter level 1. That happened a little while ago, actually. No, I want more wood per cycle. Thank you. Let's look at the other one. Scion is still working. Can you choose the next one? Not yet. Sylv. We're getting there. I see. So it's the circles around the next one. Those are almost closed. Crake is working on Crake stuff. I'm just no real choice but to play this out. I don't have any real way to heal that I'm aware of. All right, so we've got the wood that we need. Sylv is going to I'm almost out of food though. The problem is there's only 35 left there and 300 left there. So Sylv is going to harvest the wool, and Crake is going to go build a mine. What do we need for that? Mobile mine. We need 80 stone. We don't have 80 stone, so that's not going to happen. You have 100 wood, so we'll build that there. Which means Sylv needs to gather a little bit more wood. We need 300 overall. Hey, Scion is now a fruit gatherer level 2. -2 consume per turn, +1 movement point when carrying. Let's go with the minus consume. That'll help us not die as quickly, hopefully. Okay. More pepkins are depleted, and we're gonna run out here soon. There's only one more tile left, and I honestly don't see. That's what I need to do. So I just noticed there's actually a couple pepkin places up here. If we can move that mobile harvest hut up here, we're going to have a couple turns without food, though, and that's a little scary because we're already a bit low. All right, so we've got the mine. We need one more cycle of food. Cancel. He will start gathering the stuff. What do we have with this? We need... Yeah, we're not getting 120 ore. Not in time. I mean, I guess we could. Not in time. I don't know. Just gonna keep going. Plains Woods? Yeah, we're fine with that. Alright, so he's got enough. He's going to go over and start gathering more wool. We've got 42... I kind of think maybe I want to go for the whole reduce. No, this is the last one before we go. I don't really care that much about it. So we need him to keep gathering. We need Crake to probably just go over and start harvesting wool as well. He can't. He's going to need to go over and rebuild. So I'm just going to go ahead and move him over there now. I could have had him start harvesting food, you know. How much do we got left? 70 there. So when we're at 120 wool, we're still going to need to move this over. So I'm actually going to have Newbie deliver the wool. Alright, and then we're going to pack this up. Because we know we're going to need to pack it up. Yep, repacked. And then Crake is going to build a new pasture there. And we'll have the Sylv go ahead and move down there, down to here. Get them a little prepared. What are we looking at? Oh, 120 food left. We have 111 though, so the food efficiency has definitely picked up, which is really good because, yeah, I was getting a little concerned there. Come on, one more turn. Alright, now we have that again. Sylv is going to gather some wool. And you know, I'm actually going to have him come back over here and gather some ore. Actually, ooh, that's not good. Okay, so that got repack. Let's repack that. Where'd Craig go? Craig is actually going to rebuild Harvest Hut. Got 2 harvested resource. What is that? No, right there. And then Scion's going to go over here and go there. Now I'm worried that we're going to run out of food before they get all this done, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Yep, we know he's not doing anything. That's okay, buddy. It's okay. Alright, he's going to then work on the Pepkins out of there. Cancel. He's going to go get more ore. I don't think we'll get many more ore. We're almost done, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, we got food going on again. Thank goodness. Hey, we are actually good to go. So now we just need to set our stuff up. Why can't I take... I see. So we'll put that back. We'll take these over there. And then that frees us up. Strange little challenge, but hey, Chapter 3 has been solved. Journey was particularly difficult. Sylv was reunited with their own tribe. Craig, no longer able to sit still, hurries to the center of the group. Great meetings can commence, and so on. Alright, that last one took a little bit longer, mostly because we had to reset that a couple times after dying. Death was not something I had expected to happen. Made it a little more interesting, made it a little more pressing. If anything, I think the third scenario could have been documented better about what we need to care about and how to take care of those needs, but so be it. It was definitely more satisfying once we had completed it before, or after having done chapters 1 and 2, which really were just hand-holding, and it didn't do much besides teach camera controls. I think 1 and 2 could have been summed up in chapter 1, and then the whole learning how to survive, learning how to keep your guys alive, learning what you need to care about a little bit more could have been chapter 2, and then lead into chapter 3 better. And also, please, devs, implement something about restarting the current map without needing to start the whole thing over. That was a little ridiculous and frankly a little frustrating, but we got through it. Overall, my initial assessment of the game, I like it a lot. Again, the art style is fantastic. The characters and the whole changing your outfit stuff is cute. Not necessarily what's going to win the day, but a little bit of fluff here and there is never a bad thing, and it increases the enjoyment of what I'm getting out of the game. So, unfortunately, not enough time to run through chapters 4 or 5, but very likely to run through that next week. Like I said, I wanted to do Black Desert Online, but I'm not really so committed to that. I'm already playing one MMO with World of Warcraft, and you'll catch me again next Thursday night, continuing the adventures of Splusk there, and then seeing where that can go. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoy sharing with you my experience with this game. I'll definitely keep the weekend stuff a little more lighthearted and trying some new things and checking out new stuff and give you a feel for what other indie game titles or other other non-mainstream stuff that I might be interested in playing through. So again, please subscribe. If you see this on YouTube, subscribe and follow. Get notifications turned on. If you're watching me on Twitch, please follow. That's the one way you can help me most at the moment until I'm able to set up subscriptions and all that kind of fun stuff. But either way, I appreciate you being here. I enjoy the time. I enjoy playing the game. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend and stay good to each other. And we'll see you next time.